Good morning, boys and girls. This is Mrs. LaHoulier, and today I will be teaching the math lesson 3.2, place value of decimals. We're starting on page 157. So our essential question is, how do you read, write, and represent decimals through thousands? And our learning objective is, you will read and write decimals to the thousands. So, if we scroll down to our place value chart, this is very important because it tells us what each place in the decimal represents. So, for example, the place to the left of the decimal point represents the ones. The place to the right of the decimal point represents tenths. Okay, and then 2 places to the right of the decimal point represents hundredths. And then 3 places to the right of the decimal place represents thousands. So this is going to be very important as we complete the work in lesson 3.2. So under try this, in letter A, it gives us the standard form, which is the number. So 2.35. Now they want us to write the word form. 2 and, now remember, a number with 2 places to the right of the decimal point, that's going to represent, where are we? You guys see that? Hundredths. Hundredths. So we would write 2 and 35 hundredths because there are, let me show you. There are 1, 2 digits to the right of the decimal place. Now for our expanded form, we're going to write how we would represent these numbers. So 2 times 1 represents the 2 because it's in the ones place. Now the 3, we said 1 place to the right of the decimal point represents the, here we are, tenths. So we would write 3 times 1/10 plus, we now have a 5 in the hundredths place, so 5 times 1/100th. Now that is our expanded form. Okay. Now for B, they gave us the word form. We have to write the standard form or the numbers. So if they give us a whole number, we know that goes first, and then our decimal place. And keep reading, 614 thousandths. And then we know we're correct because there are 3 digits to the right of the decimal point, and that represents thousands. For our expanded form, we have to represent each number according to their place value in the decimal. So the 3 is in the ones place, so we represent that by 3 times 1. We did the 6 for us. It's in the first place to the right of the decimal point, so that's tenths. So that's 6 times 1/10. Then we have our 1 in the hundredths place, so 1 times 1/100th. plus our last digit is a 4, which is in our 3 spaces, represents thousands place. So 1/1000. And that is how we represent 3.614 in expanded form. Beautiful. All right, so on this page, we're talking about a spider web that is 0.003 millimeters thick, and a sewing thread is 0.3 millimeters thick. So how do we write these numbers in the place value chart? How could we write 0.003? Well, we would represent the tenth as a 0, the hundredths as a 0, and the thousandths as a 3. That is for our spider web. And then for our sewing thread, we have 3/10, so we would represent that by putting a 3 in the tenths place, and that is our sewing thread. Okay, step 2. Count the number of decimal place value positions to the digit 3 in 0.3 and 0.003. So 0.3 has blank fewer decimal places than 0.003. So we see there's 1, 2, 3 places in this digit. There's 1 place in that digit. So it would have 2 fewer decimal places. And then it goes on to tell you 2 fewer decimal places can be represented by 10 times 10, which is 100. So 0.3 is blank times as much as 0.003. That would be 100 times. 0.003 is blank of 0.3. So we're going the opposite way. So that would be 1/100th. Therefore, the thread is 100 times as thick as the garden spider silk. The thickness of the garden spider silk is 1/100th that of the thread. All right. And again, we have a similar chart here using 3/10 for other place values. So 0.300 is how many hundredths? That would be 30. So 30 times 1 over
multiplication 1___1000.3.
Okay. And then here we have 300 thousandths. So 300 times 1/1000th. All right, so again, you are responsible for completing the Sharon show. Let's do a few together. So number 1, they want us to complete the place value chart to find the value of each digit. So 1 place to the right of the decimal is the tenths. That would be represented as 5 times 1/10. Beautiful. Now the 4 is in the thousandths place, so we could represent that as 4 times 1/1000th. So here they just want us to write our products. 3 times 1 is 3. 2 times 1/100th would be represented as a decimal as 0.02. And 4 times 1/1000th would be represented as 0.004. Okay, write the value of the underlying digit. So again, the second place to the right of the decimal point represents hundredths. So we would write that out as 400ths or 0.04. If they're asking for one place to the right of the decimal point, that represents tenths. So we would write that out in words, 2/10. The decimal would be 0.2. Let's do one more together. If we are 3 places to the right of the decimal point, we're talking about thousands. So we would write that out as 4 thousandths or 0.004. All right, so make sure you complete the rest of the page and submit to Google Classroom. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.